Hey, what's up, everybody? So let me show you an interesting thing. So I tried to develop this website. So this is a event-based website. In these websites, the administrator can create events and the customer can enroll their events or exhibition like this. So this page is actually for the exhibition. All is stored in event, but they have two categories. One is events and one is exhibition. So when they assign the events under exhibition categories, it will be shown in this page. And when they assign the events categories, this will be shown separate page. This is not our requirement. So the client is asking, they will be create this type functionality. I already did it. So I just showing you the result. Okay. So they're asking me that there will be two tabs in the top. One will be current exhibition and one will be upcoming exhibition. So current exhibition will be show in these events. They are using a plugins called event calendar. The events calendar, I think. Yeah. Okay. Let me see. Okay. Yeah. So when they install the plugin, they will be see the option for events. The events. So you go to the events, and when we edit one, you can see the option for start date and end date, the events. Okay. Let me see. Yeah, start and end. So this is the starting date, this is the ending date. Okay, so in these tabs, the current exhibition tabs, here we show those events is exist only between the start date and the end date. Between the start date and end date, there will be show the current exhibition. Okay, so how you add this? So this is not done by the inbuilt query builder in query. So we need to use query builder, but we need to write the SQL code for this because the inbuilt query function is not working in this plugin. Let me show you how and why. So when we go to this page, Jet Engine and query builder, try to pull the data from the database, what is showing here. Create a new query. Okay, don't need to query because we don't use it, we're just showing. Okay, so select here post query because this is a post type actually events. Okay, and select here events post type. So events, and when we go to this preview result, you can see here two. Here is two, but we have almost 98 events. Okay, so is that query is accurate? No. Let me show you an option. The pagination, if I make it -1, the number of posts allowed to show use -1 to show all posts. So already did it -1. Still it's showing 2. So the query is not proper. That's why we are not using it. So we'll use from the query builder, SQL and AI query. Okay, we'll use the SQL query, and when you turn on the uh, you'll switch are enabled from the advanced and AI mode, you can write the query. Okay, so that's why we are not using this inbuilt query function or post query. Okay, so we'll use the SQL query. Okay, so this is the simple. This is a grid only. This is the featured image. This is the starting date. And when you try to edit it, you can see option. This is the event listing. Yeah. Okay. So this is the full grid, and this is the category of event categories, and this category is exhibition because this will be shown under exhibition page, and this is the featured image. and this is the starting date. So I some modification here, like when you insert the widget from, you can search here events, and you can see option for event date and time. So when you insert it, you can see some extra option like end date also, but our client not need this, so that's why I use the custom CSS for hide the section. Okay, I hide the separator and hide the end date. That's it here. And you can see option for enable the ER. Yeah, you can see show ER, so then ER will be show. That's it here. And this is the post title, and this is the static button, but the link is dynamic. When you click on it, it will be showing you that single page or details fit, what you say. So that's it here, and I make the full grid clickable. That's why I go to listing setting and make listing item clickable, and it must will be permalink. Okay, so the configuration here, and let me show you the current exhibition tabs query, how you create the query. Okay, so I already created. Let me show you just. So if you want, I will provide you the query. Okay, so our query is current event SQL query. So first of all, I need to create the SQL query, then I need to convert it into the post query. So let me open it. So this is the SQL query. Okay, this is nothing. This is the ID. It will be show in front of the query, that we need to know what is the query ID. We don't need to go edit and blah blah blah. That's why I create a option in the description. Okay, and you need to query type will be SQL and AI query, and you need to enable the option advanced mode. Then you can write. So here we select all the portion. You can see this is the query for past. No, this is the current exhibition query. I'll provide you with if you want. Okay, and after that, writing the query here, you need to must do one thing: cast result and instance of object. Generally, it is showing as a keep std class, but you need to transform it to post. Then it will be show under the post query, otherwise not. Okay, so we are creating this query, current event SQL query. So here is showing one because one event is under this requirement, start between the start date and end date. Okay, so this is working. Now we need to back and we need to create another query. The query will be current event post query. The previous query was current event SQL query, but in this time we are creating a post query, and we need to select from here post query, and you can see option. Don't need to select here anything because we'll pull the data from the SQL query. So we need to select post and page. What will be show in this query? Okay, so click on this and you can see post in, and you need to select a macro here query result. And when you select query result, you need to select the query current event SQL query. This we have created now, and make it list of item IDs. Apply, then update. Okay, then update. But we have a requirement, like everything is events, right? But we need to separate this via the categories. So I need a category query here also. This is in the post query, not in the SQL query. Okay, so click on this tax query. This is actually taxonomy query, and you need to select your taxonomy. In this case, my taxonomy is events categories, and the name is exhibition. If any event category is exhibition, and the requirement is if this is between the start date and end date, then it will be show under the current exhibition. So these are good. This is met. Okay. And you can select here -1 for showing wall, then update. Okay. Then we just create uh yeah, this is. So we need to edit this page. Let me show you everything. The first one is Elementor tabs because there is no dynamic condition in these tabs. We are getting just two static tabs and the content is dynamic. And in this past execution, this is a dynamic. Like this is the taxonomy, I think. Yeah, this is the taxonomy and this is the events. So this is dynamic and this is also dynamic. This will pull from backend. Okay, nice. So this is the tabs. This is the Elementor tabs. Yeah, yeah, two tabs, and I enable the nested elements. That's why I can edit this way. Okay, so this is our current exhibition, and this is a listing grid. This is a listing grid. Let me edit this container. Yeah, okay, and I enable just the query. Then it is working. This is, and now I'll show you the upcoming events. So the process is same. Just you need to change the query. So this is another tabs. Okay, in these tabs we need to just insert a listing date and change the query. The query creation process is same. Okay, and the upcoming events will be, the query is, the condition is, let me show the condition and you can write the query. So the condition is, if any event start date is greater than today, like this is not expired, this is the greater than today, then it will be show under upcoming events. Okay, and in the past exhibition we have a query. This is for the terms query. Okay, if any post, this is not post in this case, this is events. Okay, so if any events, the term is exhibition and the end date is less than today. Okay, the end date is less than today. That's mean this is already expired. This is less than today. This is the past exhibition. Okay, so this is the main structure, main process. So if you think why it is not working, then you need to switch the SQL query, then it will be works 100%. And you need to write the SQL query. That's it. I help from ChatGPT to generate the query, and there is some modification. You must need to be understand the SQL code, then you can tweak something because they every time not give you the proper result or proper solution. So you need to modify the code as your meta field or post type, post ID, some functionality is not working properly. So you need to modify it. Okay, so if you want, I'll provide it with this line of code. Okay, so for one functionality, like for exhibition, we need to create first SQL query and then convert it into the post query. Then it will be works. Okay, so that's it here. I think it will be helpful for you. So thank you.